My name is Albert, and welcome to Unknown Facts. You know, we often seek warmth, the gentle caress of the sun on our skin, the comfort of a summer's day. But our planet is a world of extremes, a realm of breathtaking contrasts. There are places so profoundly cold, so utterly alien to our everyday experience, that they seem to belong to another world entirely. Here, life must adapt in the most extraordinary ways, or simply cease to exist. Today, we embark on a journey to the coldest corners of our Earth. And hey, if you find this journey into the extreme as fascinating as I do, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving this video a like. It truly helps us to continue bringing you these incredible stories from our world. Our journey begins at the very bottom of the world, in a place of unparalleled desolation and extreme cold. This is the East Antarctic Plateau, a vast, high-altitude ice sheet that can rightfully be called the coldest place on Earth. It's a continent-sized desert of ice, a silent white wilderness stretching further than the eye can see. In this extreme environment, scientists have recorded the lowest natural temperature ever observed on our planet's surface, a staggering negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 89.2 degrees Celsius. This was not a fleeting moment, but a sustained reality captured by the Vostok station, a lonely human outpost in this immense emptiness. Imagine an environment where steel can become as brittle as glass, where a cup of boiling water thrown into the air will instantly explode into a cloud of ice crystals. This monumental shield of ice holds the key to our planet's past climate, with air bubbles trapped deep within, providing a pristine record stretching back hundreds of thousands of years. The East Antarctic Plateau is not just a cold place, it's a fundamental force of our planet's climate system, a frozen heart that dictates weather patterns across the globe. From the uninhabitable pole of cold, we now travel north, to the vast expanse of Siberia. Here, nestled in a valley in the Sakha Republic of Russia, lies a small settlement that holds a remarkable title: Oymyakon, the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. Unlike the transient scientists of Antarctica, here people are born, they live their entire lives, and they raise their children in a climate that would send most of us scurrying for shelter. The official record in Oymyakon stands at a bone-chilling negative 96.2 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 71.2 degrees Celsius, recorded in 1924. Daily life presents challenges most of us can barely imagine. Cars are left running for hours, sometimes all day, for fear that if the engine is turned off, it will freeze solid and not restart until spring. Pen ink freezes, batteries lose their power almost instantly, and eyeglasses will freeze to one's face. The ground is in a state of permanent frost, or permafrost, so houses must be built on deep piles to prevent them from sinking, as the heat from the building thaws the ground beneath. The children of Oymyakon are renowned for their resilience. The single school in the village only closes if temperatures dip below negative 61 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 52 Celsius. The name Oymyakon, ironically, is said to mean non-freezing water, a reference to a nearby thermal spring that allowed reindeer herders to water their flocks. Our journey through the Siberian cold continues, taking us to another contender for the title of the Northern Hemisphere's coldest town, Verkhoyansk. Also located in the Sakha Republic, Verkhoyansk has a long-standing rivalry with Oymyakon. For many years, it held the official Guinness World Record for the greatest temperature range on Earth. The official cold record here is a breathtaking negative 90 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 67.8 degrees Celsius, recorded back in February of 1892. The town sits within the Arctic Circle, meaning it experiences the polar night, where the sun does not rise above the horizon for weeks on end, plunging the landscape into perpetual frozen twilight. In a shocking contrast to its winter lows, Verkhoyansk recorded a temperature of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, or 38 degrees Celsius, in the summer of 2020, the highest temperature ever recorded north of the Arctic Circle. This swing from minus 90 to over 100 degrees Fahrenheit is a range of nearly 200 degrees. It is a climate that pushes the boundaries of what is possible. The Yana River, which flows past the town, freezes solid enough to be used as a winter road, an essential artery for transportation and supply, in a region with few permanent highways. To live in such a place is to be defined by the cold. It is a shared experience that binds the community together, a daily battle with an element that is both a provider and a constant threat. We now leave the inhabited world behind once more and travel to another of the planet's great ice sheets. Our destination is Greenland, a vast island kingdom of ice. Here, in the desolate interior, was a place known as North Ice. It was not a town or a permanent settlement, but a remote British research station. It operated for a brief period in the early 1950s as part of the British North Greenland expedition. It was here on the 9th of January 1954 that a team of scientists recorded the lowest temperature ever documented in the Northern Hemisphere at that time, a piercingly cold -87 degrees Fahrenheit, or -66.1 degrees Celsius. The station was designed to offer protection from the relentless katabatic winds that scour the surface of the ice sheet. These winds are formed when cold, dense air at high elevations is pulled down by gravity, accelerating to high speeds. The landscape surrounding North Ice is one of profound monotony and sublime scale. It is an endless expanse of white, a gently rolling sea of ice and snow stretching to every horizon. The expedition that established North Ice was a pioneering effort to understand this remote environment, gathering data crucial to our early understanding of ice sheets and their role in the global climate system. Today, the North Ice Station is gone, buried long ago by accumulating snow, absorbed back into the immense ice sheet it was built to study. But its legacy remains in the crucial data it provided, and in the record low temperature that stands as a benchmark for Arctic cold. For our final destination, we travel to North America, to a place that combines extreme altitude with Arctic cold. This is Denali, formerly known as Mount McKinley, the highest peak on the continent. Soaring to an elevation of over 20,310 feet, or 6,190 meters, Denali is not just a majestic mountain, it is a formidable fortress of rock and ice that creates its own brutal weather systems, making it one of the coldest mountains on Earth. Winter temperatures regularly plummet to the -75 degrees Fahrenheit, or -59 Celsius. But the true danger here is the wind. The mountain's great height and position relative to the jet stream mean it is constantly battered by hurricane-force winds, which can create wind chills that dip below an unimaginable -118 degrees Fahrenheit, or -83 Celsius. This combination of extreme cold and ferocious wind makes climbing Denali one of the world's greatest mountaineering challenges, considered by many to be even more difficult than some of the higher peaks in the Himalayas. The mountain is a world unto itself, trapping storms and creating some of the largest and most active glaciers in the world, rivers of ice constantly shaping and carving the landscape. Denali, which means the Great One in the Koyukon language, stands as a sentinel over the Alaskan wilderness, a stunningly beautiful but utterly unforgiving peak that reminds us there are places of extreme cold that test the limits of all who dare to enter their domain. Our journey through the world's coldest places comes to an end. From the silent absolute cold of the Antarctic Plateau to the inhabited extremes of Siberia and the towering frozen peak of Denali, we have witnessed the profound power of cold to shape landscapes and challenge life. These are not merely statistics on a weather chart, they are real places, governed by the raw, untamed forces of our planet. Which of these incredibly cold places surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration of our planet's extremes, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Unknown Facts for more journeys into the amazing and the unknown.